Your ship groans as it meets the docking clamps. The sound is tired. It is the sound of a runner at the end of a long race. You have been running for a very long time. Through the main viewport, the nebula glows. It is a cosmic storm of purple and gold. This is the Calyx Nebula. It is humanity's last defensive line. The fortress is nestled deep inside. Nebula Fortress, humanity's final bastion. It looks less like a fortress and more like a wounded beast. Its metal skin is scarred and pitted. Sections are dark, powerless, and cold. Repair crews crawl over its surface like tiny insects. They are desperately trying to patch the holes. But there are too many holes. There are never enough patches. Your fleet limps into formation around the station. Every ship tells a story of defeat. The cruiser Indomitable lists heavily to its port side. A black gash runs half its length. The destroyer's Stalwart is missing its entire forward cannon array. It looks like a predator with broken teeth. You watch them drift into place. These are not the proud warships that left the core worlds. They are ghosts. They are echoes of a strength you no longer possess. Your worst fears are confirmed. You are not here to win. You are here to die. You step onto the bridge of the Nebula Fortress. The air is thick with the scent of ozone and dread. General Eva. Rostova greets you. Her face is a mask of exhaustion. Her eyes hold no hope. She just nods once, a silent, grim welcome. She gestures toward the main tactical display. You walk toward the glowing hollow table. Your boots echo in the cavernous command center. The display is a sea of red icons. They swarm towards your position, a tiny cluster of blue. The enemy armada is a wave of pure geometry. It is a tide of death that cannot be stopped. Every red icon represents a chorus warship. They move in perfect, flawless synchronization. They are a single organism guided by a single mind. You ask for the numbers. You already know the answer will be bad. General Rostova's voice is flat. They outnumber us 20-1. She lets the words hang in the air. Our outer defenses are gone. Our capital ships are at 50% strength. Another officer speaks up. His name is Commander Jian Li. Their weapons are more advanced. Their shields regenerate faster. He sighs. Our best star science models give us a 3% chance of survival. 3%. A rounding error. Not even a glimmer of hope. Just the cold, hard math of extinction. It seems the universe enjoys a good joke. Your extinction is the punchline. The fortress cannot withstand this assault. The reports confirm it. The faces of your command staff confirm it. Your own heart confirms it. You pull up the files on the enemy. You must understand them. You must know the mind that is about to erase you. They call themselves the Chorus. They are not a species in the traditional sense. They are a collective consciousness. Billions of minds linked together. They form a single, perfect intellect. Their goal is simple: to bring order to a chaotic universe. They absorb or eliminate any culture that does not conform. Humanity, with its messy emotions and wild dreams, is the definition of nonconformity. The display shows their battle history. It is a perfect record. They have never been defeated. Not once. They do not make mistakes. They do not know fear or doubt or despair. They analyze every variable. They calculate every probability. They execute every plan with cold, mathematical precision. How do you fight a god? How do you reason with a number? The file shows images of their ships. They are sleek, black knives. Perfect geometric shapes that absorb all light. There are no viewports, no pointless decorations, only function, only purpose. They are the physical embodiment of logic. and they have judged humanity to be illogical, a messy variable that must be deleted from the equation. They believe emotion is a weakness, a flaw in the design of lesser races. They are coming to correct that flaw. You leave the suffocating quiet of the command center. You need to walk. You need to see the faces of the people you are about to lead to their deaths. The corridors of the fortress are crowded. Soldiers and engineers and medics rush past. Their faces are grim, but they are not broken. You see something in their eyes, something the chorus could never understand. You pass a mess hall. A group of pilots are sharing a meal. They are laughing at a crude joke. The sound is startlingly loud in the tense silence. It is a small rebellion against the coming night. You see a young engineer. She's sitting on the floor, her back against the wall. She's humming a soft tune. She carefully calibrates a diagnostic tool. Her focus is absolute. She's doing her job. You walk onto an observation deck. A squad of Marines stands at ease. They look out at the swirling colors of the nebula. They are young, most of them not even 20 years old. They check their rifles. They adjust their armor. They do not speak. They simply stand together, a silent promise to one another. You meet the eyes of their sergeant. He is old. His face is a roadmap of a dozen different wars. He gives you a slow, deliberate nod. In his eyes, you see it. It is not hope. It is something harder. It is defiance. A stubborn refusal to break, even when logic says you are already broken. A dangerous spark of an idea begins to form in your mind. An idea born not of logic, but of this quiet, human resolve. You return to the command center. The air is still thick with defeat. General Rostova and Commander Lee are arguing. They are discussing strategies of retreat, plans for saving a handful of civilians. They speak of delaying actions. They talk about buying time. But time for what? Another retreat? Another loss? Their plans are logical. They are sound. And they are all different flavors of surrender. They accept the premise of defeat. You clear your throat. The room falls silent. All eyes turn to you. Their greatest strength is their logic, you say. The words feel strange on your tongue. They are a perfect, unified mind. They have analyzed every possible strategy we could use. Commander Lee nods. Exactly. We cannot win a conventional fight. You smile. It is a thin, brittle thing. Then we will not fight a conventional fight. You walk to the tactical display. Their perfection is their weakness. You point to the swarming red icons. They expect us to be logical, to fight to preserve our strength, to retreat when overwhelmed. General Rostova looks at you, her eyes narrowed. What are you proposing? You take a deep breath. I am proposing a strategy of madness. You outline the idea. It is simple. It is insane. It goes against every rule of star-born warfare. It hinges on one single, unpredictable element: human irrationality. You propose to do something so illogical, so utterly without sense, that the chorus will not be able to compute it. You propose to embrace the very flaw they want to eliminate. The room is silent. Your command staff looks at you like you have lost your mind. Perhaps you have. But in their eyes, you also see a tiny flicker. The first flicker of something that is not despair. The plan is dangerous. It is a razor's edge. For it to work, you need a lure, a single ship. This ship must fly away from the fleet. It must fly directly toward the heart of the nebula. And it must broadcast a signal, not a distress call, not a surrender, not a warning. It must be a signal of pure, unadulterated defiance, a broadcast of human culture. Commander Lee shakes his head. What kind of signal? He asks. His voice is skeptical. Music, you say. Poetry. The laughter of a child. The final words of our fallen heroes. The sound of 1,000 different languages. You pause. We will broadcast our chaos. Our messy, beautiful, illogical soul. You call it the ghost signal. A ghost in their perfect machine. A voice of static in their silent chorus. The ship would be alone. It would have no support. The Nebula's interference would make its mission even more perilous. It would be a suicide run. A single torch thrown into the face of a tidal wave. The chorus would detect it. They would be forced to analyze it. A single ship flying toward them, broadcasting hope? It makes no logical sense. It is an anomaly, a variable they have never encountered. You believe their perfect logic will compel them to investigate. It will force them to divert a portion of their fleet, to understand this madness. And when they divide their forces, that is when you will strike. It is a terrible gamble, a plan built on a prayer that a machine cannot understand a soul. The call goes out. You do not order anyone. This is a choice that must be made freely. You stand in the main hangar bay. The assembled pilots stand before you. Their faces are young, determined. You explain the mission. You do not soften the truth. You tell them the odds are non-existent. The chance of survival is 0. You are asking for a volunteer to die. For a chance. A 1 in a million chance. The silence in the hangar is absolute. It is heavier than any planet's gravity. You watch their faces. You see the calculation in their eyes, the fear, the courage. Then, a single hand is raised. A young pilot steps forward. Her name is Anya Sharma. She cannot be more than 22 years old. She's small in her flight suit, but her eyes are clear and steady. She does not look afraid. I will do it, she says. Her voice does not tremble. It is calm, resolute. Someone in the crowd murmurs her name, a friend perhaps, or a sibling. General Rostova steps toward you. She whispers, "She is our best scout pilot. We need her." You look at Anya. You see her simple, unwavering courage. It is the same defiance you saw in the sergeant's eyes. This is the heart of your plan. This is the ghost in the static. You walk to her, you look her in the eye. "Pilot, you understand what this means?" She nods once. "I do." She offers a small, crooked smile. Someone has to get their attention. Might as well be me. I was never very good at being logical. Her simple bravery solidifies your choice. It is a terrible choice, a necessary choice. You place a hand on her shoulder. "Your signal will be our hope, Anya." She simply nods again. "I will make it a good one." She turns and walks toward her ship, a small, modified scout vessel named the Wanderer. One ship against the void. A new sound fills the fleet. It is the low hum of engines coming to life. The Wanderer is prepared in the main hangar. Technicians swarm over it. They are loading the broadcast data. Centuries of human art and history. Every song of rebellion, every poem of love, every declaration of freedom. It is the sum of your entire species, loaded onto a single data core. Across the fleet, the final preparations are made. Shields are charged to their maximum. Targeting systems are calibrated one last time. Marines conduct their final gear checks in silent efficiency. On the bridge of the Nebula fortress, the mood has shifted. The heavy blanket of despair has been lifted. It is replaced by a tense, focused energy. The impossible odds have not changed. The enemy is still coming. But now, you have a plan. A crazy, desperate human plan. You watch the tactical display. The red tide of the chorus fleet grows closer. They move with unnerving speed and precision. They are a force of nature, a storm about to break. Commander Lee stands beside you. His face is tight with anxiety. Everything is ready, he reports. Anya is ready. You look out the main viewport. You see the battered ships of your fleet. They are holding their positions. They are waiting for your command. They are ready to fight a battle against gods. You key the fleet-wide comms. Your voice rings out across every ship. Hold your positions. Wait for the signal. There is nothing left to do now but wait. You wait for the storm. You wait for the silence before it. The night arrives. It is a wave of absolute darkness. The chorus fleet enters the nebula. Their ships do not reflect the vibrant colors around them. They absorb the light. They are holes in the fabric of space, perfect spheres and silent pyramids. They glide into formation, a lattice of flawless geometry. For a moment, there is only silence, a terrifying, profound silence. They are observing you, analyzing you, judging you. Then, the first salvo comes. It is not a chaotic barrage. It is a single, coordinated pulse of energy. 1,000 ships firing as one. The attack is beautiful in its precision. It is horrifying in its power. Beams of pure white light lance across the void. They strike your forward shield perimeter. The fortress shudders violently. Lights flicker on the bridge. Damage reports flash across the consoles. Shields at 80%. An officer shouts. The outer destroyer screen is taking heavy fire. The stalwart, already wounded, vents plasma from a fresh wound. Its shields flare and die. Another pulse from the chorus, another shudder that rocks the entire fortress. This is not a battle. It is an execution. They are dismantling your defenses piece by piece. With the cold efficiency of a butcher, your ships return fire, but your weapons seem to splash uselessly against their dark hulls. Their shields shimmer and hold. You clench your fists. It is almost time. Just a little longer. You must hold just a little longer. You give the order. Launch the Wanderer. The hangar bay doors slide open. Anya's small scout ship lifts from the deck. It is a tiny silver dart against the swirling chaos of the nebula. It turns away from the battle. It points its nose toward the deepest, most turbulent region of the gas cloud. It ignites its engines. The Wanderer shoots forward, one ship flying into the heart of the storm. Then, the ghost signal begins. It is not a tight beam communication. It is a wide broadcast, a roar of defiance aimed at the entire enemy fleet. The first sound is music, a soaring orchestra piece full of passion and fury. It fills the comms channels. It washes over the cold silence of the chorus. Then comes a voice, a recording of an ancient poet. He speaks of rage against the dying of the light. Then another sound, the sound of children laughing. It is followed by the roar of a stadium celebrating a victory. Anya's voice cuts through the collage. It is live. It is clear. This is pilot Anya Sharma of the Starship Wanderer. Her voice is steady. It is filled with a strange, joyful calm. We are humanity. We are chaos. We are hope. She laughs. It is a bright, genuine sound. And we are not afraid of the dark. The ghost signal rings out. A single, fragile voice against a silent, waiting God. The effect on the chorus is immediate. It is not what you expected. They do not ignore the signal. They do not immediately destroy the ship. On the tactical display, something remarkable happens. The perfect lattice of the chorus fleet flickers. For a brief moment, their flawless formation wavers. Commander Lee points at the screen. Look, their forward group has stopped firing. It is true. A full third of the enemy fleet has ceased its attack. Their red icons glow with a new symbol, an analysis symbol. They cannot comprehend what they are seeing. A single, unsupported enemy vessel, flying deeper into a hazardous nebula, broadcasting poetry. It is an illogical act. It is a broken piece of data that their collective mind cannot process. A single ship acting with no regard for its own survival. It is a gesture without strategic value. To a purely logical mind, it is insanity. You can almost feel their confusion. The silent, networked hum of a billion minds trying to solve an impossible puzzle. They're diverting forces, General Rostova says. Her voice is full of disbelief. On the display, a wing of their black pyramid ships breaks formation. They turn to pursue the Wanderer. They are chasing the anomaly. They are trying to understand the ghost. Their perfect logic has a flaw. They are curious. The ghost in the static has hooked them. Their need to understand the illogical is greater than their need to destroy you efficiently. The trap is working. More chorus ships divert. A quarter of their fleet now chases Anya's signal. They are drawn to her light like moths to a flame. They are a god distracted by a butterfly. This is the moment you have been waiting for. The enemy is divided. Their perfect unity is fractured. They are focused on the lure. They have forgotten about the hammer. You look at General Rostova. She meets your gaze. She nods. The time is now. You open the fleet-wide channel. Your voice is cold steel. All ships. Target the chorus command vessel. A new set of icons appears on the tactical display. Blue icons. They emerge from the fortress's shadow. They rise from hidden berths within the nebula's densest clouds. Your reserve fleet. The ships you held back. The ones they did not see. The ones they did not account for in their perfect calculations. Strike now, you command. For the ghost, for Anya, for humanity. The hammer falls. Your hidden fleet surges forward. It is not a graceful attack. It is a brutal, desperate charge. Every remaining cannon, every missile tube, every ounce of power is directed at a single point in the enemy formation, the chorus command vessel. It is a massive, spherical ship, the nexus of their hive mind, the heart of their perfect logic. The void erupts in light. Your weapons cross the distance in an instant. They slam into the command sphere. Its black hull does not shimmer. It cracks. Energy arcs across its surface like lightning. It is the first real wound the chorus has ever suffered. A second volley strikes home, and a third. You are throwing everything you have at them. You are gambling the entire war on this single, decisive blow. For a moment, the command sphere just hangs there, wounded, silent. Then, a pulse of light ripples out from it. Not a weapon discharge, something else. A wave of pure psychic noise. On the tactical display, the red icons of the chorus fleet blink in confusion. Their perfect formation shatters completely. Ships begin to move erratically. Some fire on their own vessels. Some simply drift, their engines dead. You have broken their connection. You have severed the head of the snake. The chorus is not a fleet of individual ships. It is one mind in many bodies. With their command nexus shattered, the bodies are now flailing. They are lost, disconnected. For the first time in their existence, they are alone. They are individuals, and they do not know what to do. Your fleet presses the attack. Your ships tear into the disorganized enemy. Explosions bloom across the nebula, tearing apart the perfect geometry of your foe. Victory is within your grasp. Amid the chaos of the battle, you look for one signal. You scan the comms channels for the Wanderer. The ghost signal is still broadcasting. Anya's voice is weaker now. There is static. Her ship is damaged. But she is still there. She is still defiant. "Did you see that?" she says. Her voice is a mix of pain and triumph. They blinked. The music and poetry continue, a defiant song at the edge of oblivion. "Your ships are winning. The broken chorus fleet is in full retreat. But you are not watching them. You are watching a single, fading light on the tactical map. The light that represents the Wanderer. It is deep inside the nebula now, trailed by the confused remnants of the ships that chased her. The light flickers. The ghost signal crackles, filled with the roar of failing systems. You see a final, brilliant flash of light from the Wanderer's position. It is not an engine flare. It is an explosion. Her power core has breached. The light on your display blinks once more. And then it goes out. The ghost signal vanishes. The comms channel falls silent. There is no more music, no more poetry, only the quiet hum of your own ship's bridge. She is gone. The pilot's sacrifice is complete. A silence settles over the command center. You have won. But the price of that victory hangs heavy in the air. The price of hope was one small ship, one brave soul. The last of the chorus ships disappear into the void. They flee not in a strategic retreat, but in a panicked rout. They are broken. They are confused. Their perfect logic failed them. Their God has been shown to be mortal. The battle is over. The Nebula fortress is secure. Humanity has survived. For now. You stand on the observation deck. You look out at the nebula. Its colors seem brighter now, more vibrant. Below, your fleet begins the slow process of recovery. Triage signals flash between wounded ships. Rescue crews search for survivors. The cost has been high. So many are gone. But you are still here. General Rostova stands beside you. She does not speak for a long time. Then she says softly, her signal. The last thing she broadcast was a nursery rhyme. You close your eyes. You have shown the galaxy something new, something the cold logic of the chorus could never compute. The spirit of humanity is not a flaw to be corrected. It is a weapon. It is irrational. It is unpredictable. And it is the one thing that will ensure you are never, ever erased from the stars. Victory tastes like ashes and like dawn.